Do you support the current South End plan to build additional hotels? Why or why not?
I think it's definitely a plan that should be given serious consideration. I was asked the other day when I was talking to the Manhattan Mercury, do you look favorably on it? I said, yes, I look favorably on it, but I also want to see some other plans and what other things can be done there. I think we have to have a competitive environment and see what other people have to offer. What I like about the plan is the local aspect of it. We have a local hotel person. There's also some other local entrepreneurs that are looking at going there. There's talk about the number of beds needed, to support the convention center. And then it would also be, if people were staying there, they would go to the Discovery Center. So there is a lot to like about that initiative. But I think we also have to see what other things are out there, what other people are willing to come into the community, or any other local people that would like to do something. Also, I think when we put it out to take a look, we have to set some guidelines for what we'd like to see there, but also give some leeway for the people coming in to suggest what they want to do. I think if the people coming into the development get to design it more to their liking, as long as they can fit into our parameters, and they're willing to invest their money, it's less likely they're going to say, well, I want the land for free, or I want this incentive, or something else, because they're pretty much bought off on their plan. They believe in it. The more restrictions we put on, the more likelihood that they're going to want more incentives, more free land, or whatever.
I think the proposal on the hotels there on the surface looks just outstanding. It's got some very good positive aspects to it. One, it's going to complement the convention center. There needs to be more rooms there. That's going to help drive the economic engine that a lot of us are counting on, paying the debt in the long run. The other thing that I find very attractive about it is it's quick. In other words, they plan on starting to turn a shovel by December. And some of the other plans call for this lot to be developed over a 2- and 3-year period. Well, that hurts the economic engine because a vacant lot's not generating anything. And so I like the speed aspect of it. Now, if somebody can come up with a better plan, as John says, that provides better value and still fall into, because I think the time frame is very important in this case, that of course that should be considered. But from what I've seen, this is the best one that's on the table right now, and it fits in with that vision of how do we use the convention center, the Discovery Center, to attract people in here as a regional attraction. And then that will then cause folks to go out and hit the restaurants, the stores, and it just causes a chain reaction. And that's what will cause us to be able to retire our debt and make the city continue to be successful.
I think that it's critical that we establish enough hotel space in the South End area to support the convention center. Talking with the Convention and Visitors Bureau staff, we need about 300 hotel rooms that are in very close proximity to the convention center for it to be successful. To kind of address Stan's concern about the parking garage, that's part of why the parking garage will be there, and that's one of the ways it'll be paid for. So it also establishes a good microeconomic area that will help with not only the convention center, but also the Discovery Center, which I see as linked together. And brings people, that's one of the parts that will help bring people into our community to stay here for 2 or 3 nights with their families, instead of one person coming in, spending all their time at the convention center, and then going back to the hotel room. The other part that I think is important is making sure we have proper mixed use in that, so that we have some additional amenities that again, make not just convention goers or individuals staying over the weekends at the hotel, but also our own populace coming down to support some of the local businesses that should go in there. So I think it's critical that we look at that as part of the overall engine that's going to make the South End especially successful, and then also bleed into the core downtown and the North End for additional tax revenues, for additional restaurant goers, and supporting the local business.
What's really exciting about this is Colin Noble is local. This is local investment money going into the South End. We're not going outside of the town trying to bring somebody in. He wants to be involved in this along with Glen Rifford. This is exciting. And if he sees the potential down there, then if you have been at the meeting with the city commission, you could see all of the city commissioners kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because this is a big project. Instead of having just 2 hotels down there, we'll have 4 hotels down there. In addition to that, Mr. Riffle has also bought the building, the Ulrich building on Points and 4th. I don't know if you've ever been in that building. I was in that building a year or 2 ago. It's a beautiful building, but it's an old building. It needed renovation. He's bought the building. I don't know how much he's putting into it. He's got a lot deeper pockets than most of the rest of us have. But it's going to be a beautiful downtown structure, and it's going to have businesses and shops and things like that. That tells me that not only is he putting his money in the South End, which is going to strengthen the South End, but he already sees that the historic district is going to benefit as well. And that's really the purpose of the downtown redevelopment, so that we can strengthen that historic district.
Okay, Plan A for Dial Corporation was to have a large theater complex down there with dining facilities, and that would have made the parking garage probably break even at least. So, theater complex fell through there because of the economy. So Plan B would be Cole & Noble to build the hotels down there. I met Cole & Noble when I was working for Osborne Construction, and we were converting the University Inn to the Ramada Inn. That was his first hotel he bought in America. He's from Ireland, and his father was an attorney over in Ireland. That's when the Irish economy was roaring, and they were looking for places to invest money in America. So the last count, I think he had about 35 hotels he's bought throughout the United States. He goes in, fixes them up, and converts them sometimes from a Ramada to a Holiday Inn. And I would just highly recommend Cole & Noble to do that project. I'd be very much in favor. I've known Gwen Whiffle for quite a few years too, and he's an Aggieville merchant down there that owns some buildings, and I think they're redeveloping that one at 11th and Morrill right there, Gwen Whiffle is. And so I just recommend both of them. They're local people, and Lot 9 needs to be developed, so we need to get income off of Lot 9 for the Star Bonds, and I just would recommend the project.